Gwen's jealousy explained. The secret between Blake and Kelly.
Because when you got fired from The Voice, when I was like, hey, and then I quit. I was like, y'all ain't firing my Kelly.
Oh my God!
And so I quit, and I just went off the radar for a while. And so I'm glad to finally be talking about.
For 12 seasons, this was the relationship that defined The Voice, the king of country and the queen of pop country, Blake Shelton and Kelly Clarkson.
Well, I've known Kelly Clarkson for about 10 years.
I've known Blake for so long.
But we became friends because my manager took her on as a client.
It was immediately like this brother-sister camaraderie kind of thing from the get-go. No, the reason why I have...
I know I'm supposed to tell a story about Kelly, but I'm sure most of them she wouldn't want.
Their chemistry was undeniable. It was hilarious. It was real. They called each other brother and sister. They said it was just for TV. But what if it wasn't just for TV? What if this relationship was the one thing Gwen Stefani couldn't handle? The tabloids are blaming the ranch. They're blaming separate lives. But the rumor that's been bubbling under the surface for years is that Gwen Stefani's marriage didn't just have 2 people in it. It had 3.
The location of the wedding held significance for Blake and the 3 boys.
But my kids are really lucky.
As the country star told ET, he spent quality time with Gwen's entire family at the Oklahoma estate.
It's been great, and it's...
This is the secret of Blake and Kelly, and the jealousy that insiders say tore Gwen's world apart. Let's be very clear. The romance between Blake Shelton and Gwen Stefani was born on the set of The Voice. We all saw it happen. In 2015, 2 broken-hearted superstars found love in those big red chairs. The show was their love story. But then, in 2018, Kelly Clarkson joined the panel, and everything changed. Suddenly, Blake had a new partner in crime, someone who also loved country music, someone who also loved to drink, someone who spoke his exact same language. Their brother-sister act was an instant hit, but for Gwen Stefani, who was sitting right there, insiders have long claimed it was deeply uncomfortable. Think about it. Your own relationship started as a work friendship on this very set. Now your husband has a new work friendship that is arguably even more electric and more natural than yours. Sources close to the show's production have been whispering about this for years. One insider who spoke to Radar Online claimed, quote, Gwen felt like the third wheel. They said that when the cameras stopped rolling, Blake and Kelly didn't stop. They would continue joking, texting, and grabbing drinks, while Gwen would often be left on the side. Gwen is Hollywood. She's cool, she's pop, she's coocher. Kelly is Texas. She's loud, she's real, she wears flannel. The rumor is simple. Blake Shelton, the ultimate cowboy, was married to a woman who was trying to be country, but he was working with the woman who was country. And insiders say Gwen could see it, and she hated it.
Well, congratulations on your engagement. And the reason why I bring it up as well is I asked him, I was like, well, how did you propose? And I didn't know if you mind, but do you mind telling everybody how it happened? It was beautiful.
Oh, no, I had no idea, obviously. Yeah. I just was like, in fact, I was trying to get out of going back to Oklahoma because it was getting too complicated with COVID and the family and I'm like, I think we should just cancel the trip. You know, it was like one of those. Like, and then we got it all together and we ended up going. And so his sister...
This wasn't just jealousy over a friendship. According to these rumors, it became a full-blown alliance that undermined Gwen. Fans of the show saw it all the time. It would be Team Blake and Team Kelly against the world. They would team up to block Gwen. They would tease her relentlessly. On the surface, it was all fun and games, but insiders claim that for Gwen, it felt personal. A source who claimed to be close to Gwen's circle told OK Magazine that the real problem started after work. They claimed Blake and Kelly were in constant contact. They would have secret phone calls. They would text all night. Blake, who was also going through his own divorce from Kelly's manager. That's right, Kelly's ex-husband was also Blake's longtime manager. They had another deep bond. They were the only two people who truly understood the mess of that situation. This is the core of the rumor. Blake and Kelly had a secret understanding that Gwen could never be a part of. The rumor is that Blake would complain to Kelly about his marriage, about the fights with Gwen over the ranch, about the LA versus Oklahoma drama.
Let's say you were dropped in the wilderness and you can only pick one of us to be with you, to help you get through the wilderness.
Oh, that's
I mean, I think they're gonna be boring and they're gonna pick each other, but like, what are you, who would you pick?
I'd pick Blake and I would kill him and take the vodka in his back pocket.
Because I got news for you.
in a dream.
Riding shotgun as her son drives her around their property.
We have so much fun.
Gwen taking a leisurely stroll in the dirt, but keeping it rock star cute in a pair of camo pants and matching hunter rain boots.
Kelly became his confidant, his emotional partner, the one he turned to for advice.
Our first guest tonight is an enormously talented singer-songwriter.
No, I got made up for you. No, I'm in LA. I just got back.
You look fantastic. How is it in Oklahoma? I always imagine like Green Acres, you being out there.
It's not that green right now, but it's pretty magic.
Imagine being Gwen Stefani. You're fighting with your husband about moving to Oklahoma, and you find out he's been on the phone for an hour, laughing and complaining to Kelly Clarkson.
I just got a new truck. Both trying to figure out the stereo. So what are you doing? You go, well, I was trying to find Kiss FM to see if I could hear my new song on there.
Yeah.
I pushed one button because I don't know what to do either, and Kiss FM came on, and your song was already playing.
The jealousy wasn't just about him finding Kelly funny. The rumor is that Gwen was terrified that Blake was in love with Kelly. Or worse, that he respected Kelly's opinion more than he respected hers. He was taking advice on his marriage to Gwen from his work wife. That is a line you just don't cross. When Blake Shelton announced he was leaving The Voice in 2023, everyone thought it was to spend more time with family. He was leaving the show. He was leaving LA. He was, in theory, choosing Gwen and the ranch. But the marriage still fell apart. Why?
We just started this friendship, which was just unbelievable that God would put us in a position to have each other at that moment, in that, like, in the same exact moment. He came up to my chair for the first time he's ever walked to my chair, and he was like, I'm sick from what he was just like, and I never saw him like look so upset. Do you know what I'm saying? And then
Here's the final heartbreaking rumor. Blake left the show, but he didn't leave the friendship. While his marriage to Gwen was crumbling under the stress of the separate lives, his bond with Kelly allegedly only got stronger. He was in Oklahoma. She was in New York, launching her new talk show. They were no longer work rivals. They were just friends. The rumor is that Gwen gave Blake an ultimatum. Choose me or choose your LA life. And he did. He chose Oklahoma. But she never gave him an ultimatum about Kelly. And the secret that really destroyed them is that even when Blake was on his beloved ranch, 1,000 miles away from Gwen, he was still texting. He was still calling. He was still getting emotional support from Kelly Clarkson. Gwen Stefani finally realized it didn't matter if she was in LA or Oklahoma. It didn't matter if they were on the show or off it. The person her husband turned to, the person he laughed with, the person he listened to wasn't his wife. It was Kelly. The brother and sister act was just a cover for an emotional bond that Gwen could never break. Blake wasn't choosing the ranch over Gwen. He was choosing a life that Gwen wasn't a part of. A life where his real partner was his best friend, Kelly. What do you think? Was this just a friendship? Or was Gwen right to be jealous? Was this the real secret that destroyed their marriage? Let me know your theory in the comments.